Siddhartha, with its lucid language and the linear narrative, might make it feel like a quick read, but do not rush through this. The Penguin Classic edition that I read of Siddhartha had this amazing short introduction by Paulo Coelho, which in itself was like a short meditation on the difficult questions that we often run away from asking ourselves. And Paulo Coelho was, I think, 20 years of age when he was locked up in a mental asylum, and that's when his girlfriend gives this book to him, sends this book to Paulo Coelho, and he reads this book and is immediately moved by the amount of clarity that he was able to get from this book as soon as he was done with it. There was a lot of questions that was bothering Coelho at that time, and this book inspired him to live a better life and choose life over anything else. To appreciate Siddhartha at the age of 20 requires a genius that is not common, and I'm pretty sure that if I had picked up the book at the age of 20, I would have stopped reading it 10 pages in. The biggest takeaway that I got from this book is that it's impossible to pass on wisdom. It's okay to go to a teacher and acquire knowledge and facts, but not wisdom. The story follows a young Brahmin boy called Siddhartha who leaves behind all his domestic life in search of enlightenment. And his best friend Govinda also follows him. Govinda is heavily influenced by whatever Siddhartha does and whatever Siddhartha talks about. So Govinda follows Siddhartha wherever he goes, and in his journey towards enlightenment also Govinda accompanies Siddhartha. And soon they come across this traveling ascetics called Samanas and decide to join the Samanas and live the Samana way to achieve enlightenment. Years pass by and they have been living the life of Samanas, a nomadic life, going from place to place, begging for food and practicing on a lot of meditation while living in forests. And it is at this time that these friends come across rumors about a new enlightened guru, that is the Gautama Buddha, and they're very excited to learn about this enlightened guru because they are not entirely satisfied with what they have been doing with the Samanas, and Siddhartha is definitely restless and he hasn't got what he thought he would get when he joined Samanas. So Siddhartha and Govinda again leaves behind Samanas and goes in search of Gautama Buddha. This is where one of the most defining moments of the book takes place, when Govinda decides to join as a disciple of the Gautama Buddha, but Siddhartha on the other hand decides he does not want to be a disciple of the Gautama Buddha and experience all the light and darkness of life that had helped Gautama Buddha to achieve enlightenment in the first place, and not to be a mere disciple but to experience everything, all the sufferings and happiness that life has to offer, and choose a path of enlightenment on his own. This reminded me of Walt Whitman when he wrote Schools and Creeds in Abeyance, that is, keeping aside all the doctrines, teachings and everything away for a while and experiencing life for its true sense, at least for some time, and not to go by what other people are trying to say or preach or teach you. The story then develops into some of the most thought-provoking and surprising events in the book, and it's interesting to see how he is or he is not able to achieve enlightenment towards the end of the book and what he has to endure to reach his final goal. A great book to read and reread, and Hermann Hesse also touches upon very interesting philosophical points which will be a great conversation piece over a cup of coffee or a mug of beer. I've not read other works of Hermann Hesse, so I'm not very sure if this poetic style of language is which he uses in all his works, because especially when it comes to conversations, which can get a little tiring at times, because at times when even a young Siddhartha is talking to a young Govinda, they talk in such a poetic language that it almost feels unnatural. But the story moves quickly, and this is not something which will stop you from enjoying this amazing piece of work. This is a book which is definitely worth spending some time with, so definitely pick it up. I'll leave the purchase link of the book down below in the description if the book is not available in your local bookstore or libraries. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and see you next week with another book.